What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and I'm joined with
Gershwan.
once again to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Brian B did. He asks, the most likely loyalist Primarch to return in the Psychic Awakening? So this is going to be complete and total speculation. I have not seen any of the videos because I've seen lately other YouTubers post like Primaris, so like what Primarch would come during this holiday season or whatever. So I don't know anything about that, but just based on my understanding of like psychic powers, I think the next Primarch would be Fulgrim. He didn't say loyalist, right?
He did say loyalist.
Oh, he did say loyalist?
Yeah.
Oh, loyalist Primarch. That's tough. What do you think? Because like if we're talking about the Psychic Awakening and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be a psyker, but like to me, the thing that makes the most sense would be the lion.
Is he psychic though? I don't think he's
Not
psychic.
really. I mean, but it said that every Primarch has some type of psychic aspect to them. Although it may not manifest in like shooting lightning bolts or anything like that. But I really would like it to be Corpus Corax, seeing as how his forces just got a new supplement. The chapter master became a Primaris. You got the new model Shrike. And then the cherry on top will just be a Primarch to lead them all into battle.
Yeah. He would be an awesome sculpt, even though I'm kind of scared because, is it Shrike?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shrike looked kind of emo.
Yeah.
and I don't know, I just thought that was a dumb thing for GW to do. The hair doesn't even look real on the model.
Yeah, it looks a little off.
Yeah, so it's kind of scary to bring out a emo Primarch. But one thing that I have thought about, because they hinted that it's going to be Sanguinius, and it would make sense that they bring back Sanguinius during the Psychic Awakening, just because awakening, like he's being awakened from his... what they did? They say that he wasn't dead.
Yeah,
right?
they changed it, so he's no longer dead. He's just in stasis, like in a coma or something.
Yeah, which is kind of bull. But we've talked about that before. We have other videos complaining about that. But yeah, I think Sanguinius coming back would make sense for the Psychic Awakening. I guess. Next question.
Oh, this one is by Alzy Forbes. Would you guys rather be captured by Fabius Bio, Trazian the Infinite, or the Inquisition? If you go with Bio, he's going to experiment on you. Trazian will just keep you in his trophy room. And the Inquisition, I'd go with Trazian.
Yeah, same here. Also because you get to time travel, kind of. He puts you into a perpetual, kind
of like a loop, loop.
Yep, where you just keep reliving that same moment that he wants to see. And then you have the potential to escape, just like the Salamanders did, and just like... There was actually a lot, right? There's like the Catachan escaped,
yeah.
Salamanders, and then there was another Imperial Guard regiment that was able to escape the vaults. But they did that 10,000 years in the future. So it would be cool if we get captured by Trazian, and then we come back in 40K. It'd be cool. Next question comes from Alex Max 2020. Whatever happened to the Proto dreadnoughts, the ones that had regular baseline humans in them? Did they just expire? Did the Mechanicus dissect them? I would like that being able to live so long would make them great for governing and preventing the slow decay of knowledge in the Imperium. Whatever happened to the Proto dreadnoughts? I don't know what you're referring to with the Proto dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts are just like life support systems, and it's a sarcophagus, and it's for Space Marines. Before that, they didn't have anything like that, right?
I mean, I guess it would make sense that before they start actually interning Space Marines into it, they put humans into it to experiment to see how their sarcophagus would hold up against like being in battle, but also supporting life. So I don't know, but I feel like they wouldn't keep any. Why keep a human piloting a dreadnought? Like, if anything, take the human out and then put a space marine in there.
If I would recommend you check out the 40. Not well. What is it? What's that fan-made cinematic trailer with Grimaldus, the Black Templar?
Hell's Reach?
Yeah, Hell's Reach. So check out Hell's Reach in the later episodes. Spoiler alert. You meet an Archmagos that's basically inside of the control center of a Titan. Mm-hmm. So if you want to see what it would be like for a human to be turned into a giant machine, that's like the perfect example, because that person, that I think they're called Princeps, has been in that, like, controlling that Titan for like decades. So that technology was lost. And the thing that you have to remember, check out our 40 facts. I think they're on the Princeps. But your mind kind of slowly, like the mind of the person piloting whatever suit it is and the mind of the actual war machine starts to meld together, and you lose some of your humanity. So it would just make sense that you would lose your knowledge. So it's not the best way to keep on to knowledge. Mm-hmm. The best way is STCs. But STCs have been lost. There hasn't been a fully recovered STC that I know of. Right?
Yeah, I think they've all been kind of like somewhat destroyed, but still enough is intact to actually gain a lot from it. Any STC is essentially a gold mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ty Singleton. If you guys had to choose a Primarch to make you dinner, which Primarch would it be, and what dish would you like them to make? And no, it can't be Lorgar running down the street to Popeyes.
Why not? A Primarch to make me dinner.
I'd go with 30k Fulgrim making me arroz con gandule.
Why? Oh, perfection.
Yeah, it'll be like the best arroz con gandule.
I see. I would choose Vulcan to make me some arracheras. Because,
they're going to be fire.
Yeah.
Hey.
Next question. This one comes from Seabert. Am I the only one still playing the question game? My liver is destroyed.
Yeah, if you don't have some type of cancer or something by now, then...
Liver cancer? Is that a thing?
It could be.
Cirrhosis? I think that's what it's called, right?
You might get eczema.
Yeah, eczema. So for all those new people who are watching, and so back in the day, I guess the viewers wanted to create a drinking game out of how many times we say question. So whenever we say question, you're supposed to take a drink, a sip, or a shot. Actually, I wouldn't recommend you doing a shot. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. Comment down below if you guys are still playing that game. And if not, start. Not that we're promoting alcoholism or like drinking.
Stay hydrated. Drink water.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Gatorade or like, what's that other stuff? The stuff they give to babies?
Suero?
Suero, yeah. Well, I don't know what it's called in English. Comment down below. Next question. This one comes from Emperor's Champion. What chapter could defeat in a 3v3 the Flesh Terrors, Minotaurs, and Carcharodons?
Ooh, a single chapter?
You chose like some of the three best successor chapters, but I think the answer to that would be first founding chapters, right?
Yeah.
So the Flesh Terrors are savage in close combat. So are the Minotaurs and so are the Carcharodons, actually. Mm-hmm. So maybe choose like 3 range first founding legions, which would be...
I don't know. I'd go with have the Imperial Fists, that they'd set up the defenses. Have them being backed up by the Raven Guard, because they'll be like hit and run tactics. They'll be in the shadows. They'll like hit key points. And then the final force to go in would be the Ultramarines, because plot.
I like that. The only thing I would change is instead of having Ultramarines, I would have the White Scars because they have the speed.
Mm-hmm.
The need for speed. Next question.
This one is by Benjamin Manning. If the god Isha is freed from Nurgle's lair by the Imperium, could she be persuaded to use her powers to try and heal the Emperor's body? Maybe?
So, what's interesting about all of that is that I've done a 40Facts video on the goddess Isha, and it is rumored that she is an old one that became a god. So it would be cool if by convincing, like maybe she's like, yes, we need another god of order, and the Emperor is like the perfect example. So not only like bringing him back to life, but actually give him the ability to then become a god. GW, jump on it.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but at the same time, the Imperium is very xenophobic, and I don't think they'd allow a Xenos to be that close to the Emperor.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe it's like, hey, you owe us big for saving, your god or goddess. Now you gotta save our god.
Yep. Next question comes from Andrew Head. Why are the Salamanders the nicest / kindest Space Marine faction, and do they give the best hugs? Yes and yes, because they're huge. So when they hug you, not only is it like a giant bear hug, but it's also a warm bear hug. Because they come from Nocturne, where things are always hot. And why are they the nicest? The Salamanders represent like kindness in battle. Each one of the legions was supposed to represent something, some aspect of warfare, and I think the Salamanders, other than flamers and like heavy support, another thing was like the reason you're fighting is to defend.
Right, they're defenders of humanity.
Right.
Yeah. This is an interesting one, but very much needed. Powell Skrpowski. I think I butchered that. Do Astartes die as virgins?
No.
Well, some do.
Right, yeah, some do.
But I mean, the whole thing is, Space Marines, when they undergo the process from a neophyte to a Space Marine, they get all these gene seed implantations into them. A lot of it reduces their sex drive, and pretty much they're zealots in their entirety. They're there for only one reason, whether it's to fight for the Emperor, protect your Primarch, whatever it is. But sex and like the sex drive isn't really there. So unless you're Slaneshi.
Right.
Yeah.
But yes.
Or you could say that maybe before they became Space Marines, they did the dirty, and then they became a Space Marine.
You could say that too, yeah. Because it doesn't necessarily, like, you don't have to be picked up when you're like 9 years old to become a Space Marine. You could already be like of age.
Right, because the Knights of Caliban, they got turned into Space Marines when they were already older.
Yep.
Like Luthor from the Dark Angels and whatnot.
Next question comes from Barks and Nui. Why is your room so mess? Why is your room such a mess? Sorry, I can't read. Because I can't read. That's why my room is such a mess. Next question.
It's everything's where it should be.
Yeah.
For now.
Next question comes from Lord Grey Knight. Why can new technology be created? Why can't new technology be created? I think he's trying to say. It can be created, but based on like the bureaucratic like structure of the Imperium, it's hard for innovation to spread, and when it does, it's seen as heretical.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I created a new toothbrush. No, that's heresy. You've got demons talking to you.
Yep.
And then your whole city block is wiped out for fear of chaos spreading.
Yep. Those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. We enjoy answering these questions as much as you guys enjoy typing them on your keyboards or your notepads, or your...
Or you can just speak into your phone and it types it out for you.
I know, with the age we're living in, damn. Yeah. This is Gershwan.
Sound Alchemist, and we're out.
Always used to put my freedom first.